Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and we are back with another rack store pickup. And this time I was able to find not one, but two fragrances at my local Burlington. Full disclosure, one of these fragrances I have tried before. I actually had a decant of it and just never got around to grabbing a full bottle. I was able to do that this time. I'm gonna save that one till the end. The other fragrance that I actually picked up was one that has been out for a while, but I've never gotten around to trying it. And this is the first time that I'm seeing this at the rack store. Scent we are talking about is Issey Miyake Nuit d'Issey Cologne. And this scent right here, guys, it's, I mean, some people love it. I'm a big fan of Issey Miyake. This is one of their darker fragrances, I wanna say. I know very little about it. So I paid $32.99, and I believe that this is a 75 ml. Yes, 75 ml. So without further ado, let's bust it open. Let's get it on skin. I'm gonna walk you guys through the notes and ultimately let you know if Nuit d'Issey from Issey Miyake is actually any good. And if you wait till the end of the video, I'm also gonna do a short review on that other fragrance that I grabbed. So let's get into it. So right off the bat, I really like the darker bottle. And if the bottle is any indication of the scent itself, I'm expecting a darker fragrance. Issey Miyake is really well known for their fresher fragrances. And yeah, this one though, again, I haven't personally tried it, but I have tried other darker fragrances from the line that I think are really underappreciated, amazing scents. Let's take a look at the atomizer. Nice atomizer. Okay. Yeah. What is that? It's something very earthy. It is woody, fresh, but also has a darkness to it as well, which I really like. Spicy. I'm picking up maybe rhubarb. It smells very rooty and earthy. So I'm not really sure what is giving me that impression, but let's see what this does off of skin. Okay, so yeah, it definitely has a woody, spicy vibe immediately. This is kind of classy gentleman type scent, just on first impressions. There's also something, there's a little bit of a synthetic undertone to it that I don't know necessarily if I like it just yet. It may tame down. It may be a specific note that I'm just not identifying on first sniff. So I'd be curious to take a look at the notes in a minute. Okay, it is fading a bit. So that just tells me really it's most likely could just be it's the first time being sprayed. That initial spray had a little bit of a sort of funky syntheticness to it, but it is fading pretty quickly. Yeah, it's getting much better now. I'm getting a little bit maybe of a citrus, a little bit of a fruitiness, woody, spicy. Kind of does remind me of a night out fragrance. So yeah, I guess that darker undertone was correct. You know, judging a bottle by its cover was sort of the correct thing because it does smell a bit darker. It's fresh, but not overly citrus summertime fresh. So I do actually, I should say, I really love Nuit d'Issey Perfume Intense. It's one of my favorite fragrances from the house, and that beautifully blends more citrus, fresher notes with this incense note, smokiness. And there is a slight smokiness to this as well. I'm picking up maybe a leather. Has sort of a darkness to it. I do like it though. It's starting to come around. Initially I wasn't sure, but right now it is smelling like a sort of grown up, masculine. I wouldn't say, I hate to use the word mature smelling, but it is slightly mature smelling. It doesn't have a ton of sweetness. So I think guys in their 30s and up would probably benefit from this scent the most. Let's take a look at the notes really quick. So the notes for Nuit d'Issey from Issey Miyake, top notes are grapefruit and bergamot. Mid notes are leather, woodsy notes, spices, black pepper and vetiver. And the base notes are incense, ebony tree, tonka bean, and patchouli. Yeah, so I mean, that's essentially what I'm getting. Yeah, the notes, although I couldn't pick out specific notes, I'm thinking, you know, it could have been maybe the ebony or even the spice accord that they're using that was giving me sort of that synthetic vibe. But now it is much much more, tame, coming back together again. Almost reminding me a little bit of a Zaro Pour Homme Low in some way. At least the top notes, the citrus, the way it blends with the vetiver and the woody notes and the earthiness. Obviously lacking the leather and the smoky undertone of the incense. Very interesting combination. This is an interesting fragrance. It's something different. Definitely smells like it could have been from 10 years ago. I want to say, it says this fragrance was created in 2014. So that would make sense. It's pretty consistent with fragrances of that time. So I'm liking it quite a bit, though. I think this is one that I need to wear a couple times, but definitely smelling it as really kind of an all-arounder, gentlemanly type of scent. So I'd wear it to work and even be able to wear it out that night to dinner or something like that. So it's not like overly complex or anything immediately that stands out about it, but it's a pretty safe fragrance for the most part. It smells clean and put together. And I would say that some guys with a more mature nose that don't need a ton of sweetness in their fragrance might really like the combination of spice here, the woods, and the smoke. So, and the leather, of course. Yeah, I'm liking this one. Would love to know you guys' opinion on it. Nui Dissy, as I always do, I'm going to wear it this week. Talk more about the overall performance in my weekly wears. The 7 fragrances sitting behind me right now. That is last week's rotation. So if you haven't watched that video, I would be sure to link it down below. Now, let's get to the other fragrance that I picked up. Why keep it a mystery any longer? Scent we were talking about is Hawas from Rasasi. Now, I had a decant of this. I wore it on vacation, so ever since then, it's reminded me of vacation. So I'm going to bust this open, try it on this hand, and kind of walk you guys through it. But my memory of this, like I said, I ran out of the decant a while back. Really love this scent. So let's get into it. So here you go, Hawas for him, from Rasasi, the purple juice. And as I opened the box, I could immediately smell it. It immediately reminded me of the scent that I enjoyed initially. It's just super likable. It's nice atomizer. This was a hype beast for a long time. There's been others released from the house since then, but I don't think they've quite taken over the popularity of the original Hawas. So in the air, really fresh, synthetic, but in the best way possible. Has that sort of synthetic, fuzzy, staticky type feel to it, but fruity, fresh. It has a warmth, this undertone of warmth. It reminds me of being on vacation, effortless to grab for. It's just one of those super likable, fresh fragrances that a lot of people like. It appeals to a lot of different people. Smells clean and like shower fresh. So let's see what it does off of skin. Yeah, it's, I mean, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't synthetic smelling, because it is. But this type of DNA to begin with is synthetic. It's really a play on things like Invictus and Invictus Aqua. So that balance of aquatic, fresh, and warmer sweet notes. And it's a nice combination. It's kind of a, no frill, easy to like, mass appealing scent that has kind of stood the test of time. And I think it still sets itself apart somehow from those fragrances. So it does kind of have its own signature, which is why I think I really like this one. It does in the air smell a little bit different than what the Invictus smells like. And Invictus, I mean, it's been cloned a million times. Everyone wants to, at one point, that was the scent. That's what, everyone was pushing down people's throats. And then this came along and it was just a really good performing sort of take on that DNA. So yeah, this one, happy to have it in the collection. It's will get probably a good amount of wear from me because it is such a dumb reach. And yeah, I'm hoping that it's not, that it maybe loses a little bit of that synthetic nature, because it right now, first opening the bottle, I don't remember it being that synthetic smelling. So that doesn't mean that it's not going to get better. Remember, I had a decant to this. So I had bought it from a decanter, and that person probably had, a bottle sitting around that was half full and, macerated and matured at that point. So I'm going to give this one a little time. It doesn't smell bad. Just so you know, I paid $34.99 for the 100 ml. So Yeah, would love to know your opinion on Hawas. Is this one that you guys still like today? I know it was super popular a few years back. Let me know in the comment section down below. But that's all I have today, guys. If you like videos like this, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share it, hit that bell notification so you're updated whenever I upload new content. But until then, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in the next video.